All right, so I'm back on the camper next day. I'm going to be making some preliminary measurements so I can get everything pretty much like a quick reference. Not going to cut any wood out today because I got to pull all my tools over this side. But I did get a bunch of wood. I got a bunch of larger pieces. We had a pallet at work that had just perfect wood on it, so I grabbed that. A bunch of pieces over here. Pretty much, I think I'm gonna have a lot. I don't think I have to buy anything, any of the wood, which is great. And I got 3 full sheets of 3/4 inch plywood. Good stuff too. So I don't think I will be buying any wood anytime soon. So anyway, I'm just gonna make some measurements and guess you can watch. All right, so got all these are pretty cut and dry. It's literally one length all the way down, all the way across. This, however, because this whole section is missing, I'm not like real sure kind of where that goes. Plus I wanted to put plywood pretty much from like here, well, here, and then up this corner, and then maybe right here. We'll see. But I wanted to kind of shore up this whole corner right there. And then the bottom part, since it's all rotted away on the bottom, I'm going to use the bottom piece of metal as a template and kind of potentially extend the wood down further. And I want to use plywood all the way across on the bottom. And I'll treat that so water is repellent from it. But up here, I mean, I lifted up where the roof meets and it looks pretty solid. Haven't seen anything crazy. Nothing. Well, I haven't pulled back this insulation yet, but I really don't want to. Nasty. But I had this plastic that went over it. So, gross. I didn't really see anything, but uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Oh, this is just a shore up piece right there. It's kind of the first time looking underneath there. I'm actually gonna use the camera. Looks like this little piece right here needs to be replaced. But that might be it. I don't know, we'll see. This whole roof will be coming off too, just so I can look underneath of it. At least peel it back to a point where it's not, what am I gonna say, lift it up to where I can see underneath of it and nothing's covering it. But I'll probably have to pull it back anyway because I want to put insulation up top there, that insulation board, instead of the fiberglass insulation. But so far, I think once I get started actually replacing the wood, it's gonna go a lot quicker. And then once I get this part on right here on this side, it's gonna give me the actual what do you call it, template of the way this is supposed to be shaped. Now I do know the metal comes up here and dips down probably to here, but I may have to use the actual metal on here for a template for this section. So it may be kind of going on and off, but once I get this corner, this front, then I just start working my way that way. Definitely want to wait on this end because I'm going to have to rebuild that back section. Kind of the same idea I'm doing here to get that back section done. So a little bit at a time, but we'll get it. And then I have these pieces of metal right here. Since these were made from the inside out, and the walls most likely were put up after all that stuff was in there, which means the panels on the wall were put in there as well. There's no real structure. I think I kind of say it. Like, I got some screws here screwing into the seat or the table that's in there. But if I take all that off, I'm not going to have anything holding it on. So what I'm going to do is kind of shore up certain spots that don't have any structure with these pieces of metal. And then the best part is it's so thin that I can just leave it on there. And then it'll be extra structure. So for some reason, like, or when I do take this off from the inside and replace it, it'll all be holding on. So it won't be flimsy or anything like that. Should be good. But that's about it. That's all I'm going to do today. And tomorrow I'm going to hit it hard. I'm going to get all my tools set up, my table saw. I'm going to get my chop saw, and I'm going to rip all these down, because a lot of them are like this is an 1 3/4 inch, and then another one's 1.5 inches, or another one's 1 5/8 inches. So I'm going to have to rip down some of these to make this fit right, but we'll get there. All right, so it's late at night. Well, not too late, just after sundown. But I am working on cutting all the wood that's rotted and sizing it up. Essentially just get everything prepped. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling off the rotted stuff. And once I get the rotted stuff down, I'll be able to just go ahead and throw the new stuff in. So pretty much more prep work before I actually replace the wood, but I'm getting there. Anyway, sit back and watch. All right, so I got all the wood from here, here, these, pretty much these, this one, these are okay. Found that I have some rotted corner up here. It's not too bad, but it's just enough to where I gotta place that platform inside. So, see. So what I'll do is I'll secure it here since it's still solid, and then when I get over to the side, I'll be able to secure it to this part, because I can't replace this without removing the side paneling on the left side. And the reason why is because if you look right here, they're nailed in to this side. So I have to essentially rebuild that corner over there as well. So I'll have to do partially this corner, or all this corner, all the way up to here, but the pieces that go on the edge, we'll have to wait until I pull that side off. But yeah, so right now I'm going to pull. I'm actually going to start doing some things on it. I want to pull this piece, possibly this piece, and replace them as I go. So, but we'll see how far we get. Anyway, I'll set you right here. All right. Last thing I want to do is break these plastic pieces, because they look like they kind of hold everything together, and I don't want to mess that up. So we'll just get one little guy started and we'll go from there. Oh, it might be easier than I think. All right, sit back and watch. I found something interesting. So this little piece of plastic right here, right? Looks like the piece of wood I want across here, this piece, and this piece of plywood all connect to here. So I probably can actually pull this whole piece off right here and just rebuild it off this, and then I can just slip it right on, attach this piece, and probably attach, actually I will attach that side. I'll go ahead and just sawzall some of the wood, so then this is lifted up, and I'll go ahead and support that down here somehow, or on the side. So it looks like I think that's what I'll do. I'll rebuild this piece off, and then I'll put the side on. And it's what's frustrating is the paneling inside, because the way these were built, you know, the wall paneling, everything was stuck on one side. It's hard to, it's almost easier, I guess, just to pull the whole wall off and rebuild it, but it's not really what I wanted to do. It may happen that way. We shall see as I get into it more. So if it works out that way, oh well. I guess it'll be better in the long run. Anyway, I'm gonna pull this piece off, and then I'll get to start rebuilding this at one whole unit, and then install it. So anyway, there we go. We'll watch me take that apart. So looking at this, I may have to rebuild the wall all at once, because they got this paneling. And that paneling is what's kind of throwing me off here. I mean, I can still do one wall at a time, but I'm going to have to do big sections at a time. So, which I guess honestly, probably in the long run, it's probably going to be easier. Because I won't have to pull out individual pieces like right here. I can just pull the whole wall, fold it down, and then use the, which means I gotta buy paneling now, which I didn't want to do. I was hoping to do that later. I'll figure it out. All right, well, I think I'm gonna end it here, and it's getting later. I gotta clean up, and then tomorrow I'm gonna jump on rebuilding that shelf. And honestly, I might go ahead and pull this whole thing off. Maybe I'll just pull this whole bottom section off and then rebuild the wall and just brace it up. I got plenty of wood for that. That might be the plan. And then I could put paneling in later after I pull everything out. But we'll figure it out. Anyway, I'll play it as ear. By ear. All right, till next time.